Get into it with economic strategist and wealth manager at Scarlet Oak Financial, Francis Stacy, along with former Trump campaign national press secretary and former White House principal press secretary Hogan Gidley, and investor and author of Planet Ponzi, Mitchell Firestein, here with us in studio in New York City. Hogan, I'm going to start with you here. From a political standpoint, do you think Americans might be a little concerned, especially those who did vote for President Trump, once they hear about a potential recession, once they hear that their prices may be going up?
It didn't seem so for now. Listen, the economy was destroyed by Joe Biden. We all know that. Donald Trump came in vowing to fix it, and he's got unique ways of doing so. The reason you can trust Donald Trump to make our lives better monetarily is because he did it once before already. You know he can do the things he's saying he's doing. You know he can, of course, put the tax cuts in permanently. You know he can bring costs down, so we're paying less for gas and groceries. He's done it before. As he talked about, that transition, though, from a bad economy to a good economy may be tough along the way. But from a national security standpoint, he's also been clear. This is about a drug war, not a trade war. He's going to try to make these things fair. He's going to try to make them reciprocal, because every politician I know always runs on free and fair trade. The free trade's always there. The fair trade never follows. He's just trying to even the playing field.
Mitch, let's talk about this stock market, this little correction that we're having right now. Does it have any bearing from the tariffs and what Trump is saying? What do you think?
Look, I don't believe so. I think that the fiscal profligacy and the reckless spending by the last administration over the past 4 years caused this. And we talked about it last summer. I said, no matter who gets elected in November, you're going to have a meaningful correction that we haven't had in almost a decade in Q1 or Q2 of 2025. And now I think there's a chance we could see a recession, but it's got nothing to do with the policies of a president who's been in office a little over a month. I think we need to all take a step back and realize that it's not fake news anymore. It's outright dishonesty by most of the media.
Do you think, Francis, that there should be tax cuts before tariffs? Some famous economists have said that our economy is too fragile to have the tariff war first, that he should focus on tax cuts first. Do you agree?
Well, I don't know what the timing is going to be, because obviously Trump has to participate with Congress. I think he's going to do everything at once, and he's going to do everything as fast as he can. What he's doing is he realizes that the stock market did so well under the globalist trade policies, but the stock market is only 40 to 50% of America. The bottom half of America didn't benefit from a rising stock market. They only were hurt by prices going up. Scott Bessent was very clear that this is a one-time price adjustment on the tariffs, and that being able to keep taxes lower is going to be, those are costs that are not going to be pushed through to the consumer via corporations. And so they're switching the operating basis of this economy from public spending, which we've all been addicted to, and particularly stock markets, because it provides liquidity, into, private spending and private sector growth. And he said that there will be an adjustment period. Whether or not it creates a recession is very mechanical. Trump inherited an economy that is late cycle. We have a huge amount of debt. And so the business cycle is going to roll over at some point, whether Trump's in office or anybody else is in office. And so he's going to have to deal with that. The determining factor about a recession is going to be if the liquidity in the system drops too low to service the debt. And I'm sure that Scott Bessent and Trump are very aware of that and are going to be very mindful of that. So they're dropping the fiscal spending. That's going to lower prices. That's going to improve the fundamentals for all Americans. But yes, if we have a credit event, that is the big risk that they are taking.
Hogan, let me ask you this. Trump campaigned that he was going to do this exact thing. Things may be a little rocky right now with this reset, this adjustment, bringing jobs back, placing these tariffs. I believe President Trump, all of his voters, support him in doing exactly what he's doing right now.
They seem to be, and until there's, a big problem, which I don't foresee, they're going to continue to support Donald Trump. As you said, he ran on this issue. He won on this issue. And only in Washington, D.C. would it be unique for the person who ran and won on the same issue to actually implement the issue. But that's what the American people voted for. It's what they want. Other countries have been taking us for fools for far too long. Trump knows this. He was talking about these same economic policies back in the 80s, like on Oprah Winfrey's show. This should not come as a shock or a surprise to anybody. Yes, changing the economy from bad to good may take some time, but Donald Trump can do it because he's done it before.
Got to leave it there. Francis, Stacy, Hogan Gidley, Mitch Firestein. Good to see you on Monday afternoon. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, Secretary of Homeland Security